Hey Walker Eagles, this is Justin coming to you from the alley behind my house, and all of us are working from places that are interesting and challenging, and we're persisting and doing our best also that our students experience success even during this time, recognizing that we are in a interesting time and place. Hey, I am this week, instead of having a Zoom that could last for up to an hour, I, like you, am experimenting with technology and trying to find the best way to communicate information, but to not make it laborious and have everyone be at the same place at the same time. So this week we're going to try something a little bit different, but I want you to make sure that you see this and that you get the necessary information as well. Before I get to that, I wanted to tell you, I've been thinking this week, my wife and my kids and I, we drove up to North County and dropped off some food for my mother-in-law. And while up there, we kind of made it a little bit of a road trip just because we were getting out of the house, and ended up swinging by the house where I grew up, the elementary school where I went, the roads that I used to walk to from school. And while it was a little bit of a trip down memory lane, it also gave me a little pause to just say, to notice that things are really different now, that I live in a whole nother part of the city. I have my own family and home, and there has been a lot of growth both in that area and then in my family and my life. And while we're going through this, it made me think that this is really hard, right? We are having to learn to teach and to support students in different ways, but every challenge that we face is also an opportunity for us to grow. And I think if we fully embrace this moment and this time, however long it lasts, it may result, and I hope it does result, in us growing as professionals, in us thinking about supporting students and their particular needs in ways that long term might be better for our kids and for us preparing kids to enter the 21st century. And so hold that when things get hard, when you click on links that are broken, when you feel like your eyes are hurting from being in front of screens. We're all feeling that. But persist. And now, thinking about this week ahead, we have 3 focuses in our last week before we go to a hard launch of distance learning. And the first focus is your learning, which I just talked about. Continue to engage in the district PD this week, and to start to get your mind around what support will look like. Secondly, it's about making sure that 427 of our students from TK to 5 have both devices and connectivity. The action team alongside you have done some amazing work, and we're down to 40 students needing devices today. Right now at Scripps Ranch is our device day, distribution day, and many families are going there. We have 86 kids that we're still trying to get connectivity to. We see those numbers being chopped in half each day. I'm trying to share the data with you, both to keep to see, so that you see you're not alone, that you have a team behind you that's working hard, and also so you can see where we're at and what we're up against. So the third focus of this week is to coordinate our efforts such that some of our most vulnerable students, the ones that need the most support, have a chance to get it. And so later today, I'm going to be asking you to, today and tomorrow, before the end of Wednesday, I'm going to ask you to put on a shared Google Sheet your thoughts right now about what model out of the 3 that you are attempting to pursue as you engage in distance learning. And then also, what are the pieces that you know are going to happen each day for you? If there's going to be a morning meeting, if there's going to be a time that you're meeting with small groups of students or having office hours, what that is going to do is going to let the broader team engage in supporting students as well. What we don't want to have is kind of haphazard efforts where we're missing students and families. We don't want to have adults working on top of each other in a way that's not coordinated. So as much information as you have right now in your thinking, I'm going to ask you to relay that on that sheet, and then we as ed specialists, paraeducators, related related service like speech and occupational therapy, we'll start to get our heads around what the targeted support might look like for our students. Walker Eagles, we got this. It's gonna take some work. It's gonna take flexibility. It's gonna take ingenuity, innovation, but we can do this. Have a great week, and now I'd like to show you the sheet that I was talking about.